and everything in second, third week of January typically.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, you just coasters too.
It's okay. It should be. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, warm up, stretch out. Stretch out, get loose. A little tired, I'm sure.
Oh man. But like two of my friends have to wake up like 6:30 today.
But they work.
Yeah. That's the worst.
Give you 5 minutes, half a dozen swings just to get loose, and then we'll get started. Man. Yeah, just get loose. I might have to put some new stickers on the club once you get loose. Yep. Yeah, two more. Yeah, so once you get a few more, I'll put a couple new fresh stickers on. No rush, just let me know when you kind of feel loose. Okay? Okay, a few more. You definitely got the swing shape. The swing shape's already got it. You just got to work on some speed drills and work on the better impact and compression, right? You got the inside path, no problem, right? Yeah. Just a few more, and then let me know this. And we'll start. How's that posture feel now, bud? Way better? Yeah, it's perfect. Your alignment's perfect. And posture's awesome. Great swing, bud. Not the perfect finish, but great swing. Very good. Very good, man. Okay, come on over. So basically, you've developed the swing shape already, right? So basically, they're just set up so much better than when we first met, right? Like way better. So obviously, this is when our first session, right? So basically, posture, alignment, everything's way better, right? Hand position, way better, right? So the whole foundation now is solid. The club path is pretty consistent, right? Okay, you gotta start working on this. And right now, you've already had one today with like 81, 82, right? But we need to get that consistent. I would like to see you getting up into like the low to mid 80s, like 84, 85, 88. If you do that, then we can start talking about carrying 7 irons like 160 and change, right? It's totally doable, right? We just gotta get the speed, right? So right now that efficiency is pretty good. So we wanna make sure the efficiency stays in the mid 1.3s, right? And that's just your snatch factor, right? Okay, you know what that means, right? Yeah, so basically right now you look at the club info here, and look at the club info versus when we first met, right? Obviously you're swinging less speed, but you're getting used to the thing, but the biggest thing is that your path now is positive, and it was last time, right? So we have the swing shape. So basically, the shaping of the golf swing is done. We need to get impact a little stronger, and we need to create more club head speed, right? So basically from there versus this, right? Obviously the spine angle and shaft angle is way better because your hands are a lot higher than they were addressed before because that hand position was behind the ball, now the hands are set up more behind the ball, right? So your vertical line now is perfect. The idea of the vertical line is off the back of the ball. We want hands ahead, head behind, right? Or before everything is behind, right? Okay, so now when you take these two back swings back, you take it back, way better rotation, right? And some people sit there and say, is that too flat? Okay, that's when you get into your own personal swing shape. Is John Rahm a good player? Yes. Are his hands pretty low? Yes. Is Justin Thomas a pretty good player? Yes. Are his hands really high?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that's your choice, not mine. Right? I have to find out the way to get you to your goals with your golf swing. Right? Not everyone has any. So if you watch Charlie Woods in the weekend, his hands are actually pretty low.
Only one.
Yeah, and his hands are pretty low in relation. Right? So it's all about body rotation. So this would be more like a one-plane-ish swing. This is more of a two-plane swing. But the greatest thing is now is you actually get in the slot. Right? So now the golf club is early extended, released, thrown outside. Now the golf club is what? Right on plane. Right? So right now, which golf swing has lag? This is obviously on plane. Right? Okay. So obviously this is basically on plane or parallel. This is obviously, when you go back over here, you can see how this was way outside, you can tell, right? And then from there, from the sun view, there's the early release, right? There's the lag, right? So now that we have that lag, then we can teach you how to push and release. Push and release is how that's active, right? So once we push and release, right, we'll get that club exit more out, right? And then basically we'll just get into the club head speed and launch angle, right? So basically it's all good, right? Very good. Good sit. Good posture. So I just sit up to this. Great posture. Perfect. So the idea is obviously when you get that club set and you're now driving from in here, right, bud? Right. So now as you drive in here, where's that weight? The weight goes onto our left side, right? And the idea is to get our handle, right, to the good bag before the club head, right? And then your release used to be like this. Right. Right? Okay, so now what we know is we're going to get that, and then you're going to learn how to pronate. So basically pronation is basically the hands releasing this way. Oh. Right? And then from there, when we rotate through it, right, there's the club head, it's back on plane. Obviously this is open, right? Okay, and then there's your full release. So the idea is to get the speed coming from in here, hands in front, pronate. Hands in front, there we go, pronate. Right? So you can see how that's exactly, right? And everything else releasing down through it. Exactly, right? And we're going to get that speed, right? Because you're now inside. So if you're inside, there's no reason we can't do it, right? Your posture. Okay, we know the foundation now is perfect, right? So now we've got to work on really understanding how much speed we can get pushing from inside with that folded release. Nice and loose, bud. Great swing. Hold that balance. Hold that balance. Okay, so you just flew that 150 with that effort.
I can feel it.
Compression, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you look. Now the club head speed just jumps up, right? Okay, the reason people lose club head speed is they don't realize where club head speed is measured. Club head speed is measured just at or post impact, right? It's not measured back here. So a lot of people already have the speed in their swing, but they early release. They don't hold on, right? And basically what happens is they get up here, and obviously since they're outside in, the golf club starts to sound like this. Right? And then obviously impact, your hands are behind. I'm trying to get you in here. Now where's the club head speed going to happen? Right? Exactly. Rather be in an early release. And from there, yeah, exactly. And then we just got to understand how to get at dragging from inside. There's my rotation. There's my rotation. My left leg will post up. And we're just going to try to get more and more speed. Right? But that was a perfect ball flight. Right? Perfect ball flight. Right, so you look at I've carried 147 at 81 miles an hour. If you want to get up into the 160s, right, you got to go faster, right? Plain and simply it. But you hit that golf ball right in the middle, right in the middle. I said anything in the mid 1.3s, anything in the middle, 1.33, 1.35, 1.37. It's good contact, right? Yeah, and then obviously that was basically straight. There's your side spin, right? Perfect, right? So now all you do is you gotta do speed. But your path, you got right after our first kind of session, you got the path. Because your path was really caused outside in, was all because of setup. Right? Let's work on the speed then. Just have loose as fast. So grip posture. Okay, grip posture. Go ahead and just set up to it. Okay. So what happened there is the upper torso opened up early, right? So therefore the golf club got behind you. So if you open up early like that, the club face can't catch up, right? Exactly. So this stays in the shot. This stays in here. The pronation comes from the area inside, right? Keep that quiet. That's it. Looser and faster if you can, buddy. Foundation's awesome. Good. Nice. A little left, but nice. Nice. You feel that release?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's have some fun with it. See if we can push off our legs and go a little faster. You heard that compression, eh? Yeah, perfect. So let's just see if we can push or get a little faster. Perfect setup. Perfect. Oh, solid. Absolutely pure. Right? Pure. That's your ball flight. So now we just need to get speed, right? Right? Speed, just speed. That was absolutely pure. Grip posture again. Just need speed. So let's just focus and see if we can get that speed up into 83, 84, right? Okay. So speed happens two ways. Faster shift, right? Okay. And faster release. Perfect. Perfect setup. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. I know you're working on speed. It's awesome though. Okay, you're good. Just a little slow with the lower body. That's why I hit a little fat. Awesome, awesome setup. Good. Yeah, exactly. Didn't close. That's okay, right? You're getting an idea, buddy. Really getting an idea, right? There you go. There's your club head speed. Yeah. Again, but again, what happens was, obviously, the more we kind of able to shift on this here, obviously we're getting the lower body, the club's coming here, we're able to shift, right? The faster we shift, the faster we have to pronate, right? It's just. This proves that we can get the club head speed up into the mid 80s easily. No, I get it, and because you're trying to get the lower body to go faster, I get it, so the club ends up being late. It's understandable, right? But you're getting the speed, right? And that was the main focus. So keep that speed up in the 80s, and then you're just gonna.
So as we shift onto our left,
That has to be faster, right? Way more rotation. Perfect. Lots of speed from inside that, lots of speed. So no, everyone will get, because when they're focusing on speed, they don't know how to sequence it. I get that, right? But we want to see if we can get that speed up. So if you make a couple bad swings, fine, just see if you can get the speed up. Because when you hit that shot, do you think that leg is over the top or outside or something? No. Look at the path.
Oh.
No. It's just, you got to, you haven't had one outside path yet. Right? So the path is main. Just get faster legs, push, stronger release. Looser and faster, but. Okay, good, good. And it's a little bit of a pull, but good. Very good. Every time, man. You realize.
Oh, thank you.
Every time you think it's inside, bud, we're not outside. Okay, so you see the path has stayed inside the entire time, right? So now if we want to hit a draw, where's the draw has to start? It has to start on the right hand side, right? So I cannot say L. Right? And so all that is a pull. I get it, because you're trying to get here and you're pulling it this way, right? To close it. We gotta close it while you push out. So grip posture. And so post impact, this is where you see to it there. Right, head normal. That's where you see them. Shoulders are what? On plane, clubs extended this way. That's the famous pose you see, right?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. You don't see it in here, do you? No, exactly. Okay, so again. Yep, exactly. Perfect setup, perfect. Nice full turn. Let her go. Very good. Just close it more. Okay. Totally. You got the path. The path is awesome. You got the path, no problem. Right? Look at that. There's the speed. Awesome. Okay, so what is it? You take a look at all the numbers. You don't like the efficiency. Obviously, it's got off, right? Because the club face was open. Right? Okay, but path, awesome, right? Everything good. Everything good. Right? Okay, we just got to get that faster, right? I know there's more speed in there. Even if you're up till 3 a.m. Setup's awesome, nice and square, perfect. Just imagine you're hitting that impact bag with that rotation. Nice and loose and fast. Very good, perfect, perfect. I can help straighten that out, but there's the release, there's the compression, right? Very good. You just gotta start that a little farther right, but that's the impact, right? Okay, so now there's your club head speed, close to 80, right? Perfect. Grip posture again, and just try to fire that out. And move it out, just see if you get that extension out. Way better.
Extension.
Yeah. Perfect. Oh, very much better. Much better. Oh, it's way better, way better. Just gotta start that a little farther right, that's all. But you can see the path is inside every time, isn't it? Right?
Still coming from the left.
Yeah, just a pull, right? So it's just it's small. So basically, if we're gonna hit a draw, where does a draw have to technically start? Right? Exactly, right? So grip posture. And that's where the legs down the road have to get a little faster. That's how we're gonna get the club head speed up, right? So grip posture. So as we come from inside, we obviously can't drag this way, right? Yep. Nice and loose, and try to get that weight going onto your left foot. So there's your ball flight. A little off balance, but there's your draw. That's your nice little soft draw. Right? Didn't hit it quite solid, right? But that's your draw. That is your ball flight, right? There you go. There's your right to left. So the ball right now, there's your path inside. Right? Where does the ball start? To the right. Right? Exactly. Okay. So obviously it's push. We're going to push more onto our left. We're going to get faster, faster. Very good. Very good. And there's your better balance. Very good, buddy. Very good, man. Right? So now you take a look at the numbers, and there you go. Club face was basically dead square, right? Right? Club path came from inside. Ball started where? Slightly to the right, right? So obviously from there, you didn't hit the golf ball in the middle of the face, I get that, right? But obviously inside, start right, side spin, like I said, 10% is the ideal goal.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so now all of a sudden the golf ball goes 150 in the air, but it's only 5 yards offline. Which is just fine, right? It's only 15 feet. 3 feet in a yard, right? Yeah. So obviously to me, like it's just a matter of getting all those numbers to 10%. Right? Yeah, so basically if you're hitting a golf ball 150, you gotta keep it within 15 yards of the target. Right? So that's 7 yards left, 7 yards right. Which is not very far. Right? And then it's a matter of getting your carry distance, which we won't talk about you getting this number to be consistent. So whether it's 150, 160, right there, you're already getting the speed. Speed's coming. Right? And they're like, well, okay, well, how do I get this carry distance up? Well, you didn't hit quite the sweet spot, and you have probably one of the hardest of irons to hit. Well, you do.
Well, it is.
You do.
Oh, wow.
Well, if you hit that off the heel or off to, on that versus something that's a little bit more forgiving, it's going to be different, right?
10 millimeters, like 1 centimeter.
Yeah, exactly, right? So again, that's up to people, right? So when it gets into choosing golf clubs down the road, it's really what is the person looking for.
Right.
Some guys like it, it sounds crazy. Some guys love a golf club that's hard to hit, right? Some guys do.
Yeah, I can
Because
understand.
they want the visual of the blade, they like the look of it, they want the status of the blade, they understand that hey, it's me that's not hitting the middle of the club. There is, right? And then there's other guys that just want 100% forgiving, and then there's people that want to kind of find the combination, right? Yeah, and that's different. So all these numbers here are basically more about club fitting, right? You know, obviously right now we got to hit more in the middle of the club face, but I would never do a club fitting because that I don't think is maxed out. There's no reason you can't get that up into the mid high 80s. No reason. You've never done it before. You got this. That's consistent. Because obviously when it gets into that, that's when it gets into shafts, right? If your club is staying underneath 80, we're going to be in a regular kind of flex
The
category.
launch angle of the center iron.
Depending on the loft.
Depends on the launch.
Yeah, because obviously every manufacturer. So I'd have to measure those, so I'm pretty sure that's 34. Right, you bought them off Facebook, someone could have bent them, I highly doubt it, right? But standard lofts would have been the traditional lofts, so most likely 34.
Right.
So when you're so basically when you're doing fittings, they'll give you the numbers. So obviously 32 degrees aloft. 30 degrees aloft. Right? So whether it's Mizuno, whether it's Strixon, whether it's Ippon, right? The lofts are, and that's big, and that's depending. So that's where you're never comparing like the data on a 7-iron because of the manufacturer, right? Like so, for example, like so 31 degrees aloft, right?
So just a number.
Just a number. Yeah. So that's when it gets into customization and custom fitting, right? Because then you're trying to fit your gaps. So if you sit there and say, Jeff, I want a 7-iron that when I make good contact, I carry at 160. I need club speed to be in the mid 80s. Period. I can't do it. No, even if I make you a stronger lofted 7-iron, I need this club speed to be in the mid 80s to do that. To carry at 160. And then basically I just decide whether is it a 30-degree 7-iron or 32-degree 7-iron? 34, because there you go, 4 degrees difference. 4 degrees is equivalent to like 10 irons. Okay. And that's because your irons are kind of that space apart, 3.5, 4 degrees, right? Between a pitch wedge, 9-iron, 9-iron, 8-iron. Awesome setup, but perfect. And that's just the pull. So the arm path came in through impact, right? And that's why it caught a little fat, because you can't get your weight to go onto your front foot. Yeah, so grip posture again. So where's the tour player impact? That's it, right? Be amazed how much they go there. And then just try to exit right over top of that basket, over top of that bag. Good. Oh, pure. Little lap, but pure. You hear that different sound?
I feel like a compress.
Yeah, and there you go, 153, 154 carries, somewhere there, right? Awesome. Just a little pull, but again, we're not robot, so I go 10%. So basically, I'll carry 152, 14 yards, right? Yeah. Oh, your power is not going to be an issue.
Efficiency pretty
High.
high.
Yeah, because your ball speed came up, right? So basically, down the road, like the better players I coach, right? No offense, okay? They won't even look at club head speed; they'll look at ball speed. So look at your ball speed now for first net.
Wow.
Exactly, and obviously, the reason why smash factor / efficiency, right? So it really depends what you're looking for too. So you're okay, and that's never be obviously how far to get to 7 iron. Well, but my specs of my clubs are completely different than the specs of your clubs. My speed, right? So I comfortably, in good weather, not in crap weather, I want to carry my 7 iron in between 165 to 170. That's my window, right? Okay, right? And to do that, my club head speed has to stay somewhere from the high 80s, right? 86, 87, 88, and then my loft of my 7 iron is 32. Right? Okay, then my son's loft is a little weaker than mine, but he hits it farther because he swings a lot better. Right? Okay, so basically now you look at the data, totally different, obviously, right? You obviously have a positive path versus a negative path, right? Right? If you're hitting the angle attack's never going to be an issue for you, right? And then from there, it's basically now, if you take a look at the front view, which setup you want. You can see how much different that is versus when we first met, right? Because you're now square, so this doesn't feel as foreign as it did 2 weeks ago. Or when we first did, you're like, man, no way. I'm like, right? Because you're judging off that.
It's like magic.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
it's you have to find someone in this industry, whether it's me, whether it's someone else. There's lots of good coaches, unfortunately, there's lots of bad ones too. But you have to find that relationship with someone that you understand the way they coach, right? And then you understand, okay, well that's the person that's the about my golf game, right? Well, and you do it all, whether it's equipment, all that stuff, right? And basically right now, I teach through data, visual, and then try to get you to the feel of it. And feel is tough because I can't tell you how to feel it. Right? I can't. So then you look and go, okay, well, I take these 2 swings back, and you're gonna look and go, okay, well, and you're gonna go, well, like, what's much different? The biggest difference is you turn. You're now behind it. You're now loaded. Right? Okay, so the hands are a little lower, hands are a little higher, but there's not that much difference. Right? The big difference now is watch the transitions. Okay, so now I'm gonna put a vertical line right off your back heel, and now you're loaded. You're behind the golf ball. Vertical line, which you kind of were, but you're more slid, more turned. So now watch the difference in transition. So now watch the difference in the face view and watch how much more you're holding on to the leg. Right? So that golf club is what? Still lagging. Right? So here's the shaft. Right? Right? So basically it's still low lagging. This one's already released. So there's impact. Right? Now there's your exit left. And that's not perfect yet. Still a little left, but nothing crazy. Right? So then from there you go through it. Now look at the difference in finish. Right? So now the golf club's back on plane. The elbow's connected versus the elbow flying. Right? And that's why they call it chicken wing, but it's not chicken wing, it's just a bad release. You know, chicken wings are basic path and no shift. So basically, if you go outside in, the momentum now is going to go left. And where's my weight going to stay? Exactly. So where's my elbow go? That's all the chicken wing is, all the Instagram posts and that. So you're just trying to get, and then you're going to feel your golf swing more through this side or this side, depending on the individual. So I feel my golf swing way more here. That's how I feel. Right? So yeah, so I feel it more like here, I can feel like I'm in the slot here, and then I feel that the golf club can release down and away. Release down and away. Right? Exactly, right? And then from there, it's a matter of really trying to get that full relaxed. You smoke down the ball, full release, right? right? And then you really start to feel that compression. But obviously, if you start getting ball speeds up into here, right? Then you look, okay, that's 152 carry, right? And you say, Jeff, I want to carry it farther.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try.
But again, you've already done it. You've already done 83. You've already had 183.
Yeah.
Right? It just depends. Depends what the goal is that day. Right? So basically, if the goal is club head speed, you want to develop club head speed. Club head speed, it's hard to develop and always make good contact. Right? Because obviously, right? So right now, my son's in the middle of speed training. So his golf swing's gone a little bit haywire. Right? Because he's trying to get more and more speed. Even though we're adults, that's kind of winter project. Right? And then over the course of the holidays, we'll still be here that time. A little bit of speed training, but then all of a sudden once New Year comes, he's already developed like 5-6 miles an hour. So then all of a sudden we've got to sink it
Car
in.
is down the service.
Yeah, yeah. Now we've got to sink it in to make sure he knows how to handle the corners. Much better. Way better swing though, yeah. Way better swing. Perfect. Now have fun with this one. Nice and loose. Try to get a little loose speed, natural speed. Okay, just got to exit a little more right, and that's probably the reason you lose your balance. So which way did you feel? You balanced back which way? You fell backwards, right? So where is your arm path going after impact? It's going left. Exactly, which makes you fall off balance.
Right.
Right? So grip posture and try to get that exiting right. So begin. Awesome setup. Good. Nice. Little left. Nice though. And there's your better balance.
Feel the compact.
There you go. Almost 160.
1.34.
Maybe a little faster. Oh, didn't get it. Right? It's okay. Sometimes when you hit close to the sticker, we'll get it. But overall, ball speed. 110. Right? Okay, but again, we want to get rid of that. Right? We can't come and start left. Wait, no, that's a bad shot. That's 23 yards offline.
Oh.
Right? So again, you've got to find the balance, right? And you got to.
Yeah.
But I'll do a different chart down the road. So as the lesson progresses, I don't always use this software either. So I'll change softwares, right? And then you actually know the green. You know the green is like 15 yards wide and maybe 15 yards deep. Right? There's lots of different things, right? But right now, obviously, we're still in the swing developing stage, right? So basically, you can see how much the swing's already changed, right? So basically, just from a fundamental standpoint, big, better vertical line, turn, much better. Much better. So now, press on your left. Yes. Right? Exactly, right? Yeah, and then just try to get that club, he's here now, not to exit so far left. Right? Right? And then you see how much the finish starts to change. Takes time, buddy.
That's kind of hard. It's not easy, but that's fine.
Well, but is it right now? Is it? It feels hard, but are you actually even thinking about setup anymore?
No.
No. So that's developed as a habit now, right? Are you actually thinking about inside as much anymore?
No.
No, right? So that's developed a habit. So now the momentum's coming from here, right? And you're like, well, what do I do now? Yeah, that. But where does it have to go? And you're like, oh, I'm gonna fall off balance. Let me fall off balance this way, whatever, right? You just gotta feel it, right? You gotta feel it. So hit that ball over top of that basket. Perfect, perfect. Nice and loose, have some fun with it. Some speed, buddy. Nice. Now how much better balance is that? Much better balance.
Yeah, I feel
Much better balance. So you hear the compression, right? Yeah, right? Much better. Sip again. Good, good. Much better. You just get that, stay right, that's all. Definitely better here. Much better. Good? Okay, just pull the arms in. That's okay. Yeah. Just gonna let you hit a few right now, just to really kind of ingrain it. Good. Exit right. Lots of speed, lots of speed. Very good. Hold that bounce, hold that bounce, hold that bounce. Awesome, bud. Awesome, man. Okay, come over. Awesome. Sometimes the stickers, I'll get a new sticker on. But overall, right? Awesome. Okay, and if you can get that ball speed down the road, like a goal to be ball speed rather than club speed, 110, 115, right? Doable. How much better is this swing? There you go. So there's your old downswing 2 weeks ago. Too steep, club face what? Wide open. Club face is what? Dead square. Right? Okay, so basically how you judge a club face is basically everything's judged off your swing plane line. So basically we have a swing plane line, right? Which is up the shaft, right? And then all we're trying to do is get as many parallel lines as possible. So basically we take the club back, everyone's gonna have different shapes of swings. So parallel line number 1 is the golf club. Southeast quadrant, right? And then what happens? The club face actually what? Matches. So we were before, so the club face was what? Wide open, right? Okay, so obviously outside path versus inside path. Now you need the numbers, right? So then there, the golf club now is coming what? From inside the line versus outside the line. Inside, outside. Right? So that's what so now your head is staying behind the ball, the hands are almost at the ball. Where are these hands? Way behind the ball. So obviously what's that going to do for your speed? Way less speed. Loose. Is that exactly? Because that's what they call early release, or they call it early extension. Back in my day, we didn't have this terminology. We called it casting or throwing the golf club. We called it coming out of your posture. Right? We didn't have all the techies. Right? It's always been talked about since day one. Just now everything has a term. Everything has a term. Right? So basically from there when you come down, now the momentum is now coming from inside. So there's your extension. So now what shoulders are on plane? Right? Okay, and now from there, what golf club is on plane? Right? And then from there, right? Yeah, and then it's just a matter of banging golf balls, right? Trying to develop the habits, right? Getting the golf ball constantly start right. This is going to become your most important thing. Because you're going away from a guy that used to kind of fade the ball. So you subconsciously kind of used to aiming left. Right? Playing like that fade, right? But now you're starting to hit like a push draw. So a push draw has to be a push, right? So it kind of starts to the right, hits its apex. So once it hits its apex, there's its apex as far as height. Okay? Right? So basically 91 degrees. Okay? And then obviously from there, 21 degrees.
91 is high, pretty high.
And again, the loft. Right? So that's the hardest thing. Yeah, exactly. So you're never comparing apples to apples, right? You're never comparing because every manufacturer is different. So if I grab a golf club out of here, hop off the mat for a second, and don't need anything, just a second. I'm just gonna hit one, right? Stand over here, just so I don't smoke it, right? If I just get up there and I try to hit a push draw, now I didn't draw that one. That was thin, right? But overall, you said, is my height too high there? Well, no, it depends on the loft of the golf club, right? Mm-hmm. Right, so obviously right there, that's 81 feet, right? So now if I go ahead and swing a little faster.
Well, it's much different.
Right, yeah, and then all of a sudden the speed's gonna go up, right? Okay, yeah, and obviously then you're like, okay, well that's also a stronger lofty golf club. That's also 30 degrees of loft.
30?
30 for a 7 iron, right? So now obviously the peak height is what? 107 feet.
Wow.
Right? Okay, the backspin's mid fives. The launch angle is 20 versus your launch angle is 21, 22. Because your loft is weaker.
I see.
Right?
Wow. This ball gonna stay there. If the ball is.
Yeah, depending on things. So basically,
backspin.
with my golf clubs, I'm looking for a spin around 6,000.
6,000.
Yeah, that's for myself, right? For what I fit myself for my clubs. This obviously is not mine. And then I have a certain shaft, and that's my thing. So if I get my shaft going too heavy, I lose club head speed. Right? So my shaft is a little lighter than say my son's shaft, right? Right? Just because if I go heavier, my club head speed, I guess I'm getting old, I don't know. Right? But that's it. So you're trying to find, so when we do fittings, that's kind of the stuff I look for. Okay, when we're doing different shafts and trying different shafts, I want to make sure the shaft, we don't lose speed. Right? Right. And then basically if a lighter shaft, the more the tendency is to miss it
I
left.
think I need a light and soft shaft.
We don't know yet because we don't know your max speed.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, we don't know your speed yet. Right now, your speed, maximum speed you've had right now, is 83, right? So if you start keeping the club head speed constant, you're saying, Jeff, I think I'm maxed out at like mid 80s, then shaft testing is a lot easier. But if your club head speed is going to fluctuate from 78, 77, 82, 85, right? Just because, right? Definitely a better swing though. Way better swing. Posture. So again, right now the main focus is obviously you've got the inside path. You've had that for a session or so now, right? So now where's the inside path at the send in? Has to get that golf ball started just slightly right? That's the main focus now. Right?
Hi, Bob.
Good. Full turn. Loose. Speed. Okay, a little thin, but there's your line. So we'll miss it. So hit miss it, right? How's it going?
It's good.
Hey, it's good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Okay, now why did the club head speed increase?
I don't know.
Where did you exit?
Oh, that was from right.
Yeah.
Much right. To
But what you felt was the contact, right? You felt that you hit it thin. That's okay. But that's speed. Okay, so make a fist. Make a fist. Right here. Stand here. So stand right here. You swing the arm here. Any speed? One's going to go a lot faster, obviously.
That is so similar to the table tennis, like they go like this, and then plus this.
But-
It looks like this, but actually it just.
We play a lot. Right? So then you look and go, okay, well, Jeff, my efficiency, I only carried that, Jeff, 152. Well, your efficiency came down because you didn't hit it as solid. Right? So right now you want to get that club head speed up. If you can keep it up, right? How's it going? Back swing.
Yeah. Huh?
Swing.
Yeah, really good.
Nope. Right.
The head.
Yeah, you felt it though? Can you feel it?
The head is a little bit too slow, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So what
It's
happens
way too
is,
slow,
yeah, so only thing that hit the ball was this.
Right.
So if that goes, where's the ball going to start? It's got to start left.
Left.
Yeah, so that's where you have to know that that path is still good. You still came from inside. Good. Lots of speed now, but lots of speed. Very good. Hold that balance. Hold that balance. I know it's a little mishit. It's not going to go as far as you want to because you didn't hit it solid, but that's the shape of the swing. That's the shape of the swing.
I lose the grip a little bit.
Yeah. Why is that?
I lose the make the grip
Oh.
loose.
Good, good, good. Very good. Very good. A little left, but very good. Way better swing. Okay. Then eventually what you do is you're not always going to have to look at all the data. You look and go, okay, 152 carry. You can go faster than that. I know you can. Way better, but way better. What's that?
Took a lot of ball. Takes a lot of ball to golf the way I do.
Good, perfect. See if you get that ball speed over 110. Good. It's full turn. Very good swing. Very good swing. Very good swing. we're gonna focus more on ball speed down the road, right? Ball speed, right?
I caught it.
Yeah, right? So then from there is well, that golf ball starts to the right, which is basically a positive number, right? And just try to push harder, right? Because you've never used your legs this much, right? Yeah, so then go, okay, can I? Yeah. But it's already 100% better, but good. Okay, so the faster you push, the more you have to release. Way better swing though. Way better swing.
One more stick.
I just sometimes need a kill. It's okay. Anything going on for Christmas or not really?
Not too much.
We were going to party tomorrow.
Party tomorrow?
Yeah.
We partied yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow we might gonna go to a friend's house
Yeah.
in Berlin.
Is that tomorrow?
I think it's tomorrow or either the day after.
Well, tomorrow is Christmas. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
Christmas. Yes. Coquelin.
Who cooks?
Huh?
Do you guys bring food?
Yes. Yes. Potluck. Right?
Potluck?
Yes. Yeah, I have a Christmas gift for you.
But that's from a competitor.
Oh, really?
Don't show me. Oh, thank you.
I think there's a new one, so 25 with white one.
Nice. How good was that?
Good luck.
160 carry.
Seriously?
Yeah, 160 carry. Right there. 158. 112 ball speed. Come over here. Come over. You might as well see it. 90 day. Couple weeks ago, now. Right? Forget what anything, just ball speed in general. Doesn't matter. Right? Okay, get up top. The reason why. Way better turn. Right? There you go. There's the push. Club now is what? Inside? So there's the shafts. Yeah, it's coming right up your forearm. Right? Now where was it before when we first met? Right? So what happens from the front view, right here. Right here. There's the lag. This is the bad one. But watch how quickly this angle goes away. There's no lag now. Watch. It's gone. So now where are your hands at impact? So right now, the club, your hands and your shoulder, this is what? A straight line. How's that going to develop speed? Yeah, steady, right? So now from there, you got this golf club still lagging. Right? So what's going to happen there is when you swing through it, there's impact, there's extension. Now the shoulders are what? Back on plane. Right? So now the club comes around, full release, and now how much different? Hey, now see right there. Right there. Okay, and you're like, well, why did my launch angle come down? The launch angle came down right here. The launch angle came down because the hands got what? You got your weight more on your left. But really, numbers-wise, you got to have the ability to change the numbers. You tell me right now to launch the golf ball at 15 degrees with a 7-iron, and I can launch it at 15 degrees with a 7-iron. Let me launch it at 25 degrees with a 7-iron, I can launch it at 25 by changing the ball in my stance, by changing how much I shift my weight on my front foot, right? So when it comes into it, you just want to find out what is the yardage you're looking for.
160.
Yeah, so I never get into total distance, I only get into carry. Because the total distance depends on what you're playing, right? So right now that's, the carry distance before there, right? But yeah, you just gotta get into ball speed. If your ball speeds can get up into the mid-teens, like with a 7-iron, so 115, 112, 117, if you get into teens, yeah, that's fast. And then your ball speed with a driver, if you can get up into like 150, right? High 140s, then you're talking about driving the golf ball 260, 270, right? Tour players' ball speeds are up in the 180s.
Wow.
But-
so Charlie was just the 3 was 180.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, they do so much training with lower body, right?
It's much stronger now.
Yeah, but even then, like their swings are so efficient, right? But they got every tool there. They put the time and effort in, but they got right? So like the good players, like like whether it's even my son and stuff like that, they practice a lot, right? And there's a lot of drills they do outside golf, right? I go to the gym with my son, I'm tired.
This morning?
No, I don't go with him. It's embarrassing.
I changed the grip.
Why?
I'll try something new.
Why? Nicely done. Nicely done, man.
When I have like maybe three, 4 things to remember before the swing, and
Yeah. So now you look, you go, okay. But if you're like that's 151 carry, right? But still, you gotta get that consistent. The fastest has been 86, so it shows you have it, right? So then you're looking, okay, what now? A little left. We know that's why it went a little offline.
right,
So it's a little bit of a pull draw.
it's gone.
It was not really gone, right? You get it gets 15 yards offline on 150, so that's right on the border. The goal is 10%. Hit a ball 150, you keep it within 15 yards of the target. Hit it 200, keep it within 20 yards of the target. It's just physics,
That
right?
might be on the edge of the green.
Depending, right? So you want to take a look, like on a green, so take a look in the top right. So what I do down the road is I don't always use this software, but you look at here, right? And there's right at the pin, right? So there's basically right at the pin, so it's basically around 15 yards
Oh.
right at the pin and 15 yards right. But down the road, I don't use this software, I use GP Pro for it, it'll be actual green. And you'll know the green is like 20 yards wide, right? But that's different, because when you're doing, that's not working on the golf swing, that's working on hitting targets. And golf is a game of hitting targets. Solid. Solid. Very good.
I feel the compression.
Yeah, absolutely. Just
Yeah.
and that, again, those golf clubs you're going to hear a little bit more through sound. Like you can tell that was a little towards the toe, right? Because you can want to see it, but also I can hear it, right? So if you hit it out towards the toe, that's that golf club, right? So that this golf club, the reason it's less forgiving is forgiveness is basically the thickness of the ball,
It's too thin.
right? Yeah, so it's thick. Right? Obviously, this golf club's going to be much more forgiving than that.
This is bigger a little bit,
What do you mean?
like the left.
Yeah, so there's lots there. So basically, you take a look at a golf club, and that's where you get into profile. So a lot of people, we take a look at like this golf club versus. You take a look at them, and the 243 is slightly smaller, right? So if you look at the new TaylorMade 790, right, that's the difference between the 790 and the 770. The 770 is a slightly smaller club head. A little harder, but they're still both pretty medium. So anything that has like a speed slot in it or something like that is more forgiving,
Oh yeah.
right? Right. So whether it's yours, yeah, anything that has like a tungsten insert or that. So whether it's that, right? That's an insert that goes across the base. No, so basically it's like foam or like tungsten. So it's a foam insert. Yeah, material. Okay, so basically, this is 100% forged, right? One piece of metal.
One piece.
Yeah, exactly, right? And obviously, Epons, yours are 100% forged, right? Yeah. So then you get into distance irons. Distance irons are like what he has, right? Yeah. So
So I feel like this one is more
easier to hit.
Easier.
Easier to hit.
And longer.
And way longer, yeah.
hard to make or easier to make.
Easier to manufacture.
This one is easier to manufacture.
It's just like the cost of it's cheaper.
Cheaper.
Oh.
Because it's just the material. because only the face, depending on the manufacturer, sometimes only the face is forged.
I see.
The forged metal is more money, right? And then when you get into like Mizuno or Mura or something like that, then you're getting into Japanese forge, which is a little higher end.
It's like the Japanese knife.
Yeah, it's just higher end. That's all, right? That's when you get into the actual materials, right? So if you get into like a Mura, right, that'd be pretty hard to hit, right?
Just like that small.
Yeah, yes. So that's where you Mura. Then obviously this is kind of the new one of where you were at before.
Oh, is that the same? A little bit.
Yeah. So basically, it's just a newer model. So this would be the what is it?
It is.
AF Tour, but I just don't know the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to look
It
at
looks
that.
so similar.
Yeah, similar. Yeah, very similar. Right.
Oh, the Nike logo is the
Yeah.
logo is different.
Yeah. And that, you just have to look it up in the chart what year it was. I can't remember every year. Bill would probably be able to look at it right away with me. he would, he would know. He just looks at it and goes, that's this year, right? Yeah.
It looks like a watch.
Watch
It's
guy.
either watch letter. I feel like now.
No. Well, he's a junkie nerd clubs.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but he's more techie than I am. Like I know my stuff, but he's more like technical about. He would know like the specs on every shaft, right? And knows a lot
More
more.
academic.
Yeah, right. Mine's more swing golf club combo, right? Like I know just as much. It's just I know how to relate to the swing more than he'd know how to relate to the swing, right? But overall, way better. And, right?
More minutes.
That's
That's okay.
I'm pretty sure we know the guy behind you. Right? Yeah. But much better swing. And look at the speed, 83. Go faster, bud. Great swing.
I love it.
Great swing.
I might be the best shot today. I feel like.
Great swing. Yeah, very good.
Let me just copy paste the everything. And then
And there you go. So now the club head speed went faster. Okay, no. So now why did the club head speed go faster? 1 second. What just happened?
Oh.
So now, okay, I know people think that face is open, but watch, is that face technically open? No, it's square to the path.
That's why.
So now if you have these numbers almost match, your efficiency is going to be not bad, right? But your side spin is going to be awesome. So that would define it because the club face is square to the path. So now if you want that ball speed to be faster, you got to close the face, which is obviously going to make more of a draw. A draw goes farther because your obviously club head speed to ball speed ratio would increase.
Yeah.
Is that more compression?
Yes.
So people say, oh, Jeff, I hit a 7-iron 190. Well, I just put it back in my stance, close the club face in relation to the path, and it goes 190. But it's not efficient. It's not efficient because I don't get, the spin would come way down. I won't get any apex height. So that's where you're looking. So when you're looking for a golf club, you're either buying them for distance, which is distance clubs, or you're buying them for accuracy, or you're trying to find the ultimate combination. The ultimate combination is all about launch angle and descent angle.
Descent. What's descent?
So basically, it's how the ball is falling out of the sky.
Oh.
If you have a ball falling out of the sky at 33 degrees, is it ever going to stop? No.
Right. So maybe just like almost 90.
So 45.
Perpendicular.
45 to 50, depending.
Okay.
Right? And then that's why I said my 7-irons can be around 6,000 spin. Right? So you get into the table. Oops. You get into your last swing. Right? So you look at that, and now you look
What's
at
the
the ball.
highest?
You look at the ball, and now what's your descent angle?
Okay.
So that's something we look at when we're fitting clubs, because we also want the ball to stop.
48 is good. So
40 is anything between 45 and 50, if you have enough spin. But that spin was
you can
50.
stop the ball,
So that spin was 5,600.
which is healthy.
Yeah. So and typically, depending on person's speed, if someone's swinging in the 80s, I'm looking for something in the middle, low fives of spin. If someone's swinging up in like 90, I'm getting closer to 6,000 spin. If they're swinging like 94, 95, then I'm looking like 6,500. Right? Yeah. Because you can hit a club, but if all of a sudden you hit a club and it's like going in the sky like this, Yang, and it flies out of the sky landing like this, and it's never going to stop. You can hit the green, but you want the ball to stop the green. That's what they say, good miss.
Left too early.
Yeah, but again, if that became your bad shot, how much more fun are you gonna have?
I'm happy with
Yeah,
that.
exactly, right? Yeah. So basically, you look at that, and the reason that it's all about it. So right now, as soon as you hit the ball low in the club face, the spin rate's gonna go higher. So as soon as you hit it thin, the spin goes up.
Vertical on 12. What's the
Yeah, so you hit it towards the bottom of the club face, right? Just thin, but you felt it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple more, bud.
Give me one shot.
All good. Just a little bit of a pull, that's hence the balance. But even then, you can feel the contact, right?
I try to make sure my head is not moving anymore, but kind of too hard for me now. Right.
So just try to make that exit right. But way better. Nice. I know it's a little left, but nice.
I think it's the push and pull. It's pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, but again, you're feeling that, right?
1 point. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But you felt that, right? But overall, then you can see how the ball speed goes higher because the club face closed. So you look and go, okay, Jeff, I hit that farther. Yeah, great, you hit 160 in the air, but the golf ball's 30 yards offline. Because what? The club face closed in relation to the path. Now it says CL, right?
Right.
So it closed. Right? So it closes, it exited which way? Exited left.
If that is 3.5 R, that would be a perfect shot.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
How many times, what percentage of time are you going to hit it perfect?
1%.
Tour players are 10 to 15%.
Oh.
Hitting it
So
perfect.
it's all about the bad shot. How
Hitting
good
it
is your
perfect.
bad shot?
So how many times did you see them hitting it like this close to the hole? Once in a while. Not very often, right? So last year, Scotty Scheffler hit his target area, and they go for 5%. Not we're asking you for 10%, right? So if you hit 150, you did 50. He did it, right? 69% of the time.
Wow.
So 31% of the time he was still in the bunker or in the rough, right? That's golf.
It's hard.
Because what would be a perfect round of golf? People think it's par. You know, wouldn't 18 birdies be a perfect round of golf? But now you can eagle the par fives, right? So anybody ever shot 18 under in a round of golf? Nope. Awesome, bud. Awesome.
Okay.
How
Go
good
home
is that?
shot. That's a go home shot. Let's go home.
Totally different golf swing. Totally different golf swing. And there's your numbers.
Yeah.
So now where did it exit?
Oh, yeah,
Exited
6.5
right.
R, yeah. That's
And now what happened to your spin? Your spin
But
went
it's all
way up.
open though.
No,
1.6.
it's underneath the path. But again, 1 degree. So the golf ball's 0.6 yards offline. So you just gotta understand ball flight. You're trying to hit a draw, right? So a draw has to start where? Slightly away to target. So the club therefore has to come from where? Inside.
It's like,
Right? So your arms have to extend out. The rotation on the club has to be left spin. So now that ball is spinning left. Right? So obviously it's spinning left, right? So obviously that golf ball hit its apex and just fell left. Because realistically, right? What do you have to do? In golf, you have to hit shots. My standard shot, my stock shot, is that. I hit a little bit of a tight draw when I hit a stock.
that's my go-to shot.
But when I go play golf on the golf course, I hit tons of different shots.
Right.
Because obviously there's wind,
Right.
there's the lie, how the ball's sitting,
Right.
into the wind, downwind.
Heart rate is different.
Well, so my elite juniors, so my son, and over the holidays, like he'll be here tomorrow. I'm not working tomorrow, but I'll be here in the morning for a little bit with a couple of my elite juniors. They will hit a couple golf balls here. I put them outside. They sprint back and forth between to the gate and back, and come back, and they have to get the heart rate.
Wow.
Because in tournament golf,
Right.
that's what happens.
Right.
You get kind of upbeat, right? Then you have to learn how to swing the same tempo. And then what they're doing is when they sync their swings in there, we're trying to get them to swing the exact same tempo with the 4-iron as they do with the pitching wedge.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
Feels good today.
They're way better. Yeah.
Feels way better.
Feels good when the machine works.
Just fixed today?
No, nothing. I
Amazing.
texted him. We had to wait for the parts. So we had to replace,
Saturday.
here, we had to replace 2 motherboards,
Oh,
2 boards,
really?
and
Wow. Those looks pretty expensive.
Camera. Oh yeah. So they cover it.
2 cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the machines, that machine is like 25 grand. Right? Parts on it, we don't, if you buy the warranty $7,000 for the year.
7,000 a year.
That's not a.
It's ridiculous.
It's not
right?
a good ratio. Man.
So the parts weren't that bad. They're a little expensive.
Well,
but not bad.
that means they have a very high rate to have problems.
This one has had some issues, but it's also one of the more accurate ones, right? So basically, and we like it because we don't just teach you, we also fit, right? So when you're fitting, you do want other things, right? Like than just like, but I do have like the new Garmin R50 coming in and another one, so that's my backup plan. So if it happens again, I have that over here, which we typically do, but it's a long story.
Bob,
Much better.
Bob's turn.
Bob's turn.
Let's go.
Bob is having class， 我自己总结一下吧，就是我自己感觉，握杆是很重要的。握杆的时候呢，大概要想象一会儿，大概要握杆的时候，大概已经要想象一下一会儿击球时候一瞬间的那个手势。握杆，然后感受一下一会儿击球时间的那种手势，然后上杆的时候，尽可能让杆不要离自己重心太远，尽可能稍微近一点，就往上杆，而不是往后上杆。然后用那个杆的那个重力，杆有它的惯性嘛，它可以往下，因为你往下的时候，你就不需要用手去给它拉下来。如果你上杆上的离自己很远的话，你要给它拉回来，一拉回来一紧的，它没有加速度，所以尽可能往原地转，往上一点。然后就是教练说的，从这个右后到左前这个 pass， 然后伴随着这个手腕，伴随着手腕，有个这个感觉，类似这种压腕的感觉。然后还是一样，从右后到左前一个发力，这个就跟乒乓球一样，就是转腰，但其实它这个板的那个运动轨迹是从右后到左前，它是基本上是类似一个直线。那为什么会有弧线呢？是因为你伴随着身体的旋转，它就才是变成弧线。但肌肉发的话，更像是一个直线，右后，然后伴随着就这样子，这种感觉。